Hi dear viewers, welcome to Display Repair. In this video we're going to try and answer the question, can you drive a car with a bad wheel bearing? Now if you've noticed that you have a bad wheel bearing, logically the next question is, can you continue to drive the car if you perhaps don't have the possibility to fix it right away? If you continue driving, will you cause any bigger damage, and so on? Well, in this video and from my personal experience, we'll try to answer that question. So stay tuned.
DisplayRepair.com.
Now, first of all, and as I say in all of these series of videos about can you drive with a certain car problem, the right thing to do is to solve the car problem you have as soon as possible. With almost every car problem out there, you never know what the outcome will be. So the main recommendation of this video is that when you notice the problem, try to solve it as soon as possible. And take this video as a first aid measure and not as some sort of solution. Now, the answer to the question of whether you can drive with a bad wheel bearing or not lies in noticing in what phase this problem is. This is a key factor and we strongly recommend making a decision based on this. There are three things that will help make this decision, and that is listening to the sound of the bad wheel bearing, then paying attention to how the car drives and behaves on the road, and after that actually checking the bearing. The wheel bearing problem has essentially three phases. In the first phase, you can continue driving the car with more or less no problems. The second phase is the risky part. So when the wheel bearing becomes severely damaged and it borderline safety. And the third one is when you can't drive the car at all. Now, in the first phase of the problem, the wheel bearing is probably still structurally intact. So the parts of the wheel bearing are not damaged. It may be dry, and in this phase, you will only hear the humming sound. The driving will be okay and everything's fine. In that phase, I think that you have a couple of 100 kilometers, if not more, if not a couple of 1,000 kilometers, all depending on the quality of the wheel bearing. The second phase, where the wheel bearing is on its last legs, so it is still structurally intact, but the inner parts are severely damaged and it is starting to show play on the wheel and everything else. Well, in this phase, you have a couple of, let's say, a couple of 100 kilometers more. But it is very risky. Those couple of 100 kilometers can in an instant turn into a couple of dozen kilometers and you can have problems. So in this phase, it would be very good to at least start solving the problem. Book a mechanic to buy the part to change the wheel bearing as soon as possible. And in the third phase of the problem, the car should not be driven. In this phase, the wheel bearing is structurally compromised. The wheel bearing is bashed inside. It is not structurally intact. It has lots of play. And in these cases, believe it or not, the wheel can fall off while driving. Again, it is very important to pay attention to the problem. To hear the humming sound on time, at least hear the grinding sound on time. If you don't, then you can put yourself in some serious risk, both yourself, other participants in traffic, and your car. So when you hear the sound, the first thing you should do is to, unless you have a car lift in your garage or a dugout canal, then you should raise the side of the car where you suspect that the bad wheel bearing is and make a simple check. Now again, we've mentioned this in previous videos, but in short, you should rotate the wheel, see if there are any sounds. If the wheel bearing is bad, you'll at least hear a humming sound or a grinding sound in worst cases. And most importantly, check the play of the wheel. So take the wheel on both sides and budge it back and forth and see if there is any play within the wheel. If there is a slight humming sound coming from the wheel, if the wheel has no play at all, that is also a good sign. But if you see that the wheel has a crunching sound, grinding sound coming from it when you turn the wheel, and besides that it has some play in the wheel, and especially if it has lots of play in the wheel, do not drive the car. Park the car, don't drive, because there's a big danger for you to continue to drive the car. There is one more thing that you should take care of in this situation, and that is how the car holds on the road, if I'm using the right expression. In the first phase of the problem, when the wheel bearing still isn't that damaged, then you can drive the car almost normally, except for the humming sound and everything else. You know, you can steer it properly, hold it on the road properly, no problems. But in the later phase of the problem, when the wheel bearing is severely damaged and it has play inside of it, then the car can start to pull to one side or the other. First it will pull just slightly, but later it can seriously pull the car to one side, and also you may experience resistance when driving. The car will sort of bog down when you're driving it. If it's in the beginning stages of the problem and you can drive the car normally, there are absolutely no changes in how the car drives, steers, and everything else in the stability of the car, then I would recommend to continue driving. But if the car shows any of these signs that I've shown you, pulls to one side, bogs down, and everything else, best don't drive the car. So, dear viewers, for the end of this video, and I cannot emphasize this enough in all of these types of videos, proper diagnosis is key to making the right decision. So don't be lazy, jack up the car, find on what wheel the problematic wheel bearing is, and see in what condition it is, and according to that make the decision. Okay, if the wheel bearing is in bad condition, do not drive the car under any circumstances. Just consider that you don't have a car, leave it be, and find some other sort of transportation and try to solve the problem as soon as possible. Again, if you're persistent in driving the car in this condition, you can cause a ton of trouble, not only for yourself but for other participants in traffic. So dear viewers, that's it for this time. I hope this video helps make a good decision regarding these kinds of problems. Also, if you find the time, watch our other videos. I think you'll find useful things regarding cars, car maintenance, driving, and everything regarding cars and car-related topics. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for the channel, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for your time.